Okay, let's get started here. We'll just do the normal start intro thing. Hello and welcome to the Computer Crowd. My name's Connor, and as always, and I guess not as always, it's more like recent type of video series I've been trying to do. I've been trying to get on every week and just talk about my week and maybe give pointers or help or suggestions or just talk about myself. Something I don't really like to do, but I haven't really planned this. I was pretty sick yesterday. I'm still getting over my sickness, and really don't know what to talk about. I've been doing a lot of work with OpenStack recently. I'm finding different ways to automatically provision servers. So that way all we got to do is stick a new server in, assign it its role, and away it goes. And then we don't have to deal with it anymore. So yeah, there's that. I'm still trying not to give out too many details because we still haven't even, I guess, staged our environment yet. We've been more towards just testing at this point. But yeah, there's really not a whole lot to that yet. Yeah, I really don't know what to talk about. It's not really surprising. That's kind of how it always is. Let's see. I guess God Reactor's saying there's no intro music. It looked like it was playing audio on my end. I did not confirm that before I started streaming though, so who knows. I might have to go through OBS and make some changes. Like I said, this is still new. I'm not used to this, I guess. So yeah, I was kind of hoping there would be more to talk about because I'd really like to get this to be like an hour-long show and not talking about myself the whole time, which would be nice. I would also like to have guests on and stuff like that, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure, God Reactor. I'm not sure why it's not, or why it didn't play. Like I said, it looked like it played on my end. But I've also got all my audio turned off so you guys don't get echo effect going on. We've got a whopping 3 people watching. I honestly don't mind if there's no one watching because, I know that I do these videos at weird times and I know that not everybody's up when I'm doing my videos. But it's, let's see, let's go to this one. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if it's, I don't know. And, yeah, I really don't have anything to talk about. If only you could see the cobwebs up in the corner. It's kind of annoying because I can see them blowing around. I don't get up there and clean very often because that's I don't know, my desk is probably sits out 4 foot from the wall. I mean, it's up against, it's almost against the wall, but it's from the wall to where I'm sitting is about 4 or 5 feet. I've got both YouTube chat up and I've got the IRC up. If you want to take part in IRC, you can. There's a link in the description that will basically bring you right in. All you gotta do is click connect, but you can change your username and stuff, or your nickname, as soon as you get to that page. We do have a couple different channels that we use. The one that I'm showing is the one that's non-SSL, so it doesn't really matter if that stuff, whatever. I'm hoping that I get to, I think the last 12 videos I've made, I've been coughing in. And I'm kind of getting to the point where I don't want to make anymore because it's hard for me to sit down and actually edit the videos that I make. So I've been kind of trying this live stream thing because it's a lot easier on my end and it doesn't take near as much time. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my son's sick also, so he's in the background coughing. Yeah, my life's been pretty boring lately, aside from working on the whole OpenStack thing, and I don't use FreePBX anymore. I don't know if I ever mentioned that I have a phone, a SIP server, but I have a SIP server that runs off FreeSwitch, and it's also multi-tenant, so it makes it a whole lot easier. And if you go to our forums, which are right here, you can actually request an account on the TCC SIP server so we can all talk on the phone or whatever. There's conference rooms, so we can actually have group chats or group discussions. And yeah, it's not really in use a whole lot, but it does work. I use it for my home phone also. So, I mean, the forum's been pretty dead recently, which sucks, but, hopefully now that it's starting to cool off, people will start posting a little bit more, making more changes into their setups, and just trying to have fun. I keep trying to get my mouse to go over to my laptop that's sitting right here, and it's not wanting to go. I really enjoyed making the tutorial videos, but I just haven't. Like I said, the editing is what kills me on that. Does Liam have anything he would like me to talk about? Even though I won't get an answer for 5 minutes. If he's even watching the stream, he's probably not even watching. But if he is, That's good. Oh, I ordered a patch panel finally, so I finally will have the house wired up correctly rather than the way it's wired up right now. The only problem is I don't have a ground, so I'll have to figure something out for that. Yeah, that should actually the patch panel should be here tomorrow or Wednesday, so in 2 days, because it shipped today. I actually feel like I'm out of stuff to talk about, and I really hate that I don't have anything to talk about, because I want these videos to be interesting, to kind of I want people to watch these videos and be able to learn something. I'd like to be somewhat tutorial. I'd kind of like it to be kind of tutorial based, but at the same time, I know that, live streaming, a clean out of a computer case isn't gonna, interest a whole lot of people. But I would like to maybe do some live streams of some other things. Maybe more of the software based or software style of things, like installing something or configuring or something, or maybe like unboxing of servers if I ever decide to order any more. Though who knows? I'd like to get an OpenStack set up here at my house, which would be really nice. Or even just clustered Proxmox. That would work too. Does anybody have any suggestions on what they'd like to see? That's one thing that I find hard when I'm making any video, whether it's the pre-recorded tutorials or these live streams, is that I don't know what people want to see. I know that there's a lot of people that would want to see a couple, one or two things, but some other people might want to see something else. And I want to be able to show you guys what you want to see. I don't want to sit and waste my time and your time making videos that people just don't want to see. I mean, I know how to do a lot. I know people want to learn about different things. I just don't know where to start, I guess. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, move this logo because all my logos are like intertwining on YouTube here. Oh well, it doesn't look pretty, but it works. Let's see, put it right there. It works. Like I said, I'd like to pipe in Mumble, maybe do like group discussions on topics. Maybe if we decide to do like a live show with a couple people, have two hosts and then have people call in, that'd be another thing that would be kind of cool. Stuff like that. I don't expect 1 million people to start watching our videos because, well, I know there might be 1 million people interested in computers, but I doubt there's 1 million people that are going to find us. And I'm sure people have noticed, we don't put any ads on our videos. We don't monetize them in any way because A, I don't want the headache of the taxes that come along with that, and B, if you're learning something, that's the payment I want, just to be able to teach people. And to be able to learn also, because you guys will teach me something, I'm sure, if we get to actually doing this on the regular schedule. And like, I think I'm going to start doing them Sunday nights. I'd kind of like to do a Saturday afternoon one also, but I'm just not sure if my schedule will work around that. I don't know. What do you guys want to see? I'd like to do a Saturday afternoon one because, better lighting, and and I think I'd be more awake in the whole thing, but who knows? Suggestions are always welcome. I think I'm gonna create like a Q&A section on the forums. Let me bring that back up here. If I look this way, I'm looking at the forums, right? Yeah. we already have a Q&A category right here, which you can mark as solved and stuff like that. What I'd kind of like to do is set up YouTube video category, Q&A category. Then as I go through and answer them, I can check them as answered and be able to keep track of the questions that are asked. And not only for me, it can be for other people also. Especially if we start doing something where we have two people talking, co-hosts and stuff like that. But it's a work in progress. That's all I gotta say about it. One of these days I'll figure it out and we'll have a somewhat decent video, every week. Yeah. I've only been talking just a little over 15 minutes and I'm still running out of ideas. What did I do today? I was working at a client's business today, and they have their building controls on its own internet connection, and then they have they have their phones going out their backup connection, and then they use Google Fiber as their main data connection. So we were trying to figure out how to get let me just restart this. I'm not a huge fan of WatchGuard firewalls. I'm not sure what it is about them. Something just doesn't work right in my brain when it comes to them. That's really weird because God's text came up in blue on the stream, but it's definitely red on my screen. Something's iffy or messed up with OBS. But to answer your question, God, it's I think I got a 12-port patch panel because it's mainly for my runs throughout the house, and I've only got, 1, 2, 3. I only got 3 or 4 right now, so that's plenty, especially if I mess up because I've never installed a patch panel. I can't imagine it's too hard. I have all the tools to do it. I just never actually done it. So yeah, it's 12 ports. It was only $25, whereas all the other ones are like 40. But yeah, I don't know. I got some, or where was I? I was talking about the installing of, or trying to get this other company's, basically, basically they have a router that they use to have a, mm, what's it called? I don't remember. I keep wanting to say BGP, but it's not BGP. It's a GRE. There we go. GRE tunnel. They run a GRE tunnel back to their headquarters or whatever you want to call it, and they that's how they can, monitor and control the building temperatures and everything for all the buildings that are owned. And I haven't quite figured out the WatchGuard interface, but I'm used to pfSense, and they are completely separate things. With WatchGuard, you got to pay for every little feature, and if you don't pay for this feature, you might not get this feature, and it's like a licensing nightmare in my eyes. And I feel like pfSense is actually more feature rich than these WatchGuard firewalls. Because I think with our WatchGuard in our office, we have a license that allows us like 200 VLANs, but you can't, it's just, yeah. So what we were trying to do was double net there. I didn't know that they were doing the BGP or GRE tunnel through from their little modem, or not modem, firewall router device. It's some 3Com, like 3Com 2020 or something like that. And so we got it all hooked up, and I got the WatchGuard all configured, basically put them in a DMZ, and then I let the guy from this other company do his thing, and he just couldn't get it to work. So I'm like, you know what? We've already been here for like an hour. I'm not going to spend any more time on it today. Let me look into the WatchGuard interface some more and see if I can get, figure out some GRE, if we can assign a GRE tunnel via the WatchGuard, which I still haven't done. I'm going to do that probably right after this video or tomorrow. And it's so yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the WatchGuards because, with pfSense you can throw a GRE tunnel up in like 2 minutes. It's not anything extravagant. In fact, that's how I get most of my IPv6 addresses that I don't use anymore because they're all blocked by Netflix. That's another story. Another thing I'd like to do, switching topics again because I'm going back and forth. I'd like to get into the whole, doing competitions, or I guess contests, but I'd like to make them kind of more competitive because I don't want people to just come for the for the gift card and then not ever post again. It's one of those things where, and the funny thing is, the people that pointed that out to me are the people that are doing it. They're like, oh yeah, people are only going to come for the gift cards and then they're going to leave. And those were the people that came for the gift cards and left. It's kind of annoying, but I feel good when I give back to you guys, because I don't know. I don't know why. I just do. Don't question it, right? I think I showed you guys my little work laptop, little Lenovo Yoga. Bend it all around and stuff. a nice little laptop. I wish I could afford one for personal use. But they're like $1,200. Yeah, I'm really running out of stuff to talk about. I bought new RJ45 ends. They should be here with my patch panel. I don't know if I ever showed my favorite knife that I had on camera. I don't have my other one with me. But I had a Kershaw Cryo, which was an awesome knife. I mean, amazing knife. I ended up losing it. Don't know where it is. So I bought a new one of those also. I lost that like 7 months ago, 8 months ago. Really irritating because it was like a $45 knife at the time. It's dropped down to like 30 something now, but this is one of those things. Like, man. I'd kind of like to. I want to get a new desktop. I don't really know. I don't remember what I was talking about. Sorry, I started reading the message on IRC. And God Reactor, it's, if I'm offering it, it means I either came into some extra money or I had some money that I wasn't going to be using, so I like to give back to the community in some way. And not every community. I like giving back to the community that I helped found and that I believe in. I think that we could have a decent community, and I get that not everybody in the IT field wants to be, plastered out there, and I don't expect anybody to. One of the main reasons I started making YouTube videos was because I always got nervous in front of people, and even in front of a camera that I know is just a camera, but my thought process was that there's going to be people watching this. I might still have that little anxiety when it comes to talking in front of like a live crowd, but I've gotten to the point where I can talk to people through a camera, and I can talk to small groups of people and not feel nervous about it. I've gotten. I think there's a couple things that I think got my job in the computer or in the IT field, and one of them was, if I'm wrong and I know I'm wrong, I'm gonna say I'm wrong. I'm not. I know I don't know everything. I wish I did, but I know I don't, and I know that, somewhere out there, someone's going to know something more about some topic than me. And yeah, if I think I'm right, I might fight it a little bit, but once I realize I'm wrong, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm wrong. One thing I'd like to do, and I'd kind of like to do it on a live stream, is I'd like to. I kind of want to build a computer because I need a new desktop. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but my desktop that I was using no longer works. It's actually sitting right here behind me. It's gone through 2 hard drives in a year, and I'm starting to think that it's not the hard drives. I'm thinking it's the computer. Because even when I put a brand new hard drive in it, you'll hear it start clicking. And I don't know. I haven't determined if I want to build a computer or if I just want to buy one. I feel like I could buy one and just get it over with, but at the same time, I don't know. And I don't, honestly, I don't find building computers fun. Servers, I can build servers and be fine with that, because we get, every once in a while, we'll get servers in pieces. Like, you'll get the bare bones server, and then you just put, the RAID card, hard drives, RAM, all that stuff in it. And that's fun, but it's because it's like a $10,000 server, and like today I installed Ubuntu on server with 20 cores, two physical processors, 10 cores each, and I think it had 64 gigs of RAM in it. That's fun to me. I don't know. I think building I'm fine with doing work on computers, taking RAM out, replacing it. I don't see building a computer as fun. I see it as stressful, because I don't know my hardware as well as I should, probably. I mean, obviously I know the different components and what they are, but like, if you gave me a stick of DDR3 and DDR4 RAM, the only reason I could tell you the difference is because I had to look it up once. Other than that, I wouldn't be able to tell you, because we had RAM in our office that was marked as DDR2, or it was marked as DDR3, but it was actually DDR2. And I learned that, hey, it's only a notch. There's notches, or the position of the notch is the key to knowing that. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I could ramble on about, and I've even made this video into like a rambling mess of a video. It's actually gone on longer than I thought it would. I want to make some more little thumbnails for the videos. I just haven't gotten around to it. I don't know. I wish there were more questions. I wish I would have actually posted a topic, but like I said, the forums have been pretty dead, so it's hard. Hard for me to get a good read on what people want to hear. I'd like to get some videos of our data center set up once we get it all cleaned up. It's one of those things that I'm not sure I want to actually record or not. I don't know, maybe when when we go into staging with the OpenStack stuff is when I'll do it. I'd like to, when we get our actual new hardware, I'd like to be able to do like a review of that kind of stuff too. Of course, I don't even know what we're getting yet. It's kind of been, blade centers to just physical servers to old servers that we just have laying around. Like, I don't want to do the old servers. I'm having a hard enough time testing them, doing the testing with the old servers that we got laying around. So yeah, I don't know. I know this has been a video of a lot of I don't knows and and whatever. I don't care. I just want to. Sorry, a connection that closed on me. I don't know. I'd like to play some, do some live streaming of games, but I don't have anybody that ever wants to play games anymore. Of course, I don't, I have Linux on my computer, so it's basically got to be Linux compatible or else I can't play it. I kind of like to go back and to do some Minecraft or, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to do that. I do know the few games that I played with God Reactor. What was that game? It was the one where you're like trying to survive nights in the woods. I can't remember what it's called. But that game was pretty fun, I thought. I think if we had like 4 or 5 people playing, it'd be a lot better. But I'd like to get back into that kind of stuff. And I can't really do it during the week because I have to get up so early in the morning. And then, yeah, that's what it was. It was Don't Starve. I don't know, I put a game on my work laptop and I can't remember what it was. It was recently. I know I said Don't Starve already. But that's not what I put on my computer recently. I can't remember. I just put one on the other night. I think it was some trucking game. I don't know. What was that game? Now I'm curious. I was actually going to buy Papers, Please, but I was like, I don't want to play that. Let's see what game. And God, it's always delayed in these live streams. Oh, I guess I just put. Oh, it was Giant Machines is what I put on this computer. And I play American Trucker or American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator. Although I haven't played either of those a whole lot. Sorry, I'm trying to test to see how long the delay is. It's like a 30-second delay. It's not that bad. And that's obviously out of my control because that's a YouTube thing. Actually, I might have set it to delay, but I can't remember. I'm not going to mess with it now. I almost bought Ubiquiti Access Point recently, but I haven't decided how I want to run the lines yet. Because that's going to take a little bit of... Because my basement just got finished. So tearing into those walls is not an option. It'd be nice if I could... I don't know how... I'd have to figure out a way to do that. Find where all the electrical lines go down and just run that. because I want to put it in my hallway, like dead center in the house if I can. Because right now my wireless signal for my base is not that great because it's an old Linksys router in the basement. So yeah, I don't know. I've got a lot of stuff I want to do. I just don't have the money to do it. One of these days, I'll be able to. I'd like to buy, well, like I said, I'd like to have a bunch of servers that run OpenStack here at the house. Maybe that's what. Well, I can't do that. I want to stream me reconfiguring my network. But I guess I could, but it'd be. I think I'd have to like chop it up into 2 streams because the first stream would, show most of the stuff, and then when I move the last VLAN over, I'd have to jump the stream over. Or I guess I could record it, and just act like it's a stream. That's what I could do. Just record it and then stream it back to you guys and make you think it's a live stream. Trying to think what else I could like show you guys. One thing I do recommend, so what I carry with me to work every day is this giant bag here, and it has all my tools and my laptop. I got my network testing tools in here, my punch down tool and crimpers and scissors and all that stuff. But it's also got all my screwdrivers. Or I guess where I was originally going with this is I've got one of these. This is for my 17-inch laptop, but I've got one of these for the yogas that I shove in there. So that way I don't scratch up my work laptop. But it's a nice and God Reactor, I'm trying to get rid of the extra VLANs. I've got way too many. I really only need 4, and I've got like 8, I think, right now, because I moved a bunch of stuff around, and not everything got moved, and yeah. So, I think I showed off bits and pieces of this, but I'm going to try to figure out a way. So, I bought one of the iFixit toolkits, actually 2 of them, but this is probably the best one out of them all. And this one has the 64-piece driver set, which is awesome. I use this probably 4 or 5 times a week, and I don't actually work on that many computers, but I use it for, well, let's see, today I took out a Barracuda spam firewall with it. It's awesome, and it's magnetic, so it sticks in the pouch. And then it also comes with all this stuff. I don't know what a lot of it's for. Like, I don't know what a spudger's for. I'm assuming it's to get the the gunk off the CPU when you take out a CPU. But yeah. And then you got like all these little the poppers for like your cell phones and plastic things that you need to separate. They're designed to break before your device does. And it's got a suction cup and an ESD strap. So yeah, these iFixit toolkits, I really like them. And from what I can tell, they are worth their money, or worth what they cost. And then I bought this one also. Like actual long screwdrivers of all various shapes and sizes. I think this one was $40 and the other one was like $80. And like I said, it was worth it. Yeah, so that's the bag I carry every day. Though he's like 30 pounds, but I look at it this way. I'd rather have stuff and not need it than not have it and need it. Plus it came in handy. Like today I had to run some Cat 5 across the room. So, and we have a networking like tools bag at work that I don't want to have to carry 2 bags. I just want to do it all in one. Yeah, so not a whole lot more to talk about. I'm running out of things. If you guys ever want nice pens, don't judge this one because it's been through the washer a few times. These Zebra F701 stainless steel pens. They're probably the smoothest writing ballpoint pen I think I've ever had. And they're like $5 a piece, but they're awesome. In fact, here's my one I take to work every day that actually works. The other one, this one's been through the washer probably 7 times. So there's some stuff messed up in it. So I went to the tools, pens, what else? One of these days you guys might get to see my desk if I ever get it cleaned off all the way. It's getting there. There's a big pile of papers here, another one over here, over this way. There's some checks up here. It's a mess. It's not near as bad as it was, but it's still pretty bad. I kind of like to do some, I've got lots of ideas. They just run through my head constantly. So I'm always trying to think of different things to ask people. I mean, what, 30 some people watched my video from last week? That's not bad in my eyes. Especially since I didn't talk about anything. I think they saw the iFixit toolkit in the thumbnail that got randomly put up. And thought I was reviewing that. Though it's not a real review, they are awesome. Another thing for you guys that are working on networking type stuff, another thing that you guys should look into buying are reusable Velcro straps. because some of us don't like cutting through zip ties every time we have to redo someone else's work. So if you guys use these reusable Velcro straps, it would make some of our lives a whole lot easier. Plus, I think they look better. And actually, I use zip ties downstairs a lot, but that's because I know that stuff's not going to be moved. And then if it is, I did it to myself, so who cares, right? I'm going to the ballet next week. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? Actually, kind of does. I don't know. For me, it's just something else to do, something new. I think we went and saw the Nutcracker when I was like in elementary school. But it's a new adventure for my adult life, I guess. I think my medicine's finally starting to kick in because I'm getting tired. And I'm on a lot of medicine. I guess that's what I get for going to the hospital Saturday. It was fun. Not really. Better than a dentist, though. I'd much rather go to the hospital than the dentist. This video has gone way off topic. Another idea I had for the Computer Crowd, since this is a Computer Crowd video, why not keep shouting out ideas, is like our own little online radio station or something. Or maybe, I don't know. You know, I listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff at work, just as, something to listen to. And I'd kind of like to be able to do that kind of stuff, but I don't know. It comes back to the thing where I don't know what people want to listen to, and I don't want to waste my time if I'm not going to be helping people, or, in this case, just kind of randomly shouting out things. But I kind of like doing this format better than typing out a blog, even though I try to post to my blog a couple times a year. I think I'm averaging like once every 3 months now, which in my eyes is pretty good. I don't know. I don't know. For those of you who don't know, if you've actually watched through this part of the video, we do have a website. It's www.thecomputercrowd.net. It's a community of like-minded individuals that talk about computers and servers and networking and really anything relating to that kind of stuff. Even if it's just like, hey, I have a Linksys router. You could probably post, but I think that'd be too short. But, it's a work in progress. We also have IRC, which if you're watching this video, look down in the description. There's a link to the channel that you're seeing on the screen. And every time I do a live stream, I'm going to have that up at least part of the time. It's been up most of the time today because, well, there's not really a whole lot else to see. Like that should be a Chrome window. There it is. kind of like to go over, like, let's see. Let's do news, art, tech news. I honestly haven't really looked up any tech news, so we'll just kind of go through some stuff. See. Apparently, it costs around $6,000 a month to make a page disappear from Google. Who? What do you know? Yeah, I don't know. And there's IRC if you guys want to join. There's no registration or anything needed, though you could register. It's what it is. Then there's my face. My fat face. I think my audio is off from... Well, maybe it's not. It looks off when I'm watching it on the screen. But who knows? Yeah, there's really not a whole lot going on. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts. If you guys actually watch this whole video, post a comment saying you need a haircut, that I need a haircut, because I do. It's way too long. Yeah. I can't believe I rambled for an hour, because we had 15 minutes of just IRC going, roughly. I guess it wasn't an hour. Well, yeah, it was an hour. So, I can get real passionate about topics. I can get not so passionate about topics. I can get, like tonight, where I'm falling asleep while I'm talking to you guys. Hey, at least I dressed up, right? Left my work clothes on. Yeah, I don't know. Tonight's been a long night. The past, 4 days have been really long. The past 4 days I've gone to the hospital, been home, slept for a day, went to work on Sunday, trying to work on this OpenStack stuff, and then today I just kind of had to take my son to the doctor. I had to go to work, obviously. He had to go to school. It's just, I don't know. The life of being an adult, I suppose. Isn't that funny, though? When you're a kid, you want to grow up so bad. Then when you're an adult, you want to go back to being a kid. Because what do kids got to worry about? Homework? Ooh. I'd much rather worry about homework than having to worry about how I'm going to afford to feed my family, next week or whatever. Granted, it's not as much of a worry now, but every once in a while. Oh, I feel like I've rambled on enough for you guys. Let's see what the stats say real quick before I decide to sign off, as some other people would say. Well, average view duration 35 minutes, not bad, I don't think. I've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. What I'd kind of like to do at some point is live stream like my server room or something. I don't know. No one ever goes back there, but it'd be kind of cool just to see, I guess, for some people. One of these days we'll figure out something to do. Well, I've been talking for so long that I think I'm gonna go. So let's just do this little number. I'm gonna play the intro again for the outro, and I'll see you guys next week. Well, less than a week, 6 days. Have a good one.